Since no one says anything bad about their machines, here's a couple things I don't like about this. This is the Rocket Giotto Type V with a PID. So the PID is hidden over here. It's off right now, which is kind of awkward to change, especially since this thing is super hot. Yeah, so if you're changing it in mid-use, it's going to be awkward. Also, when I close this and it spits out water, the shallow, super shallow drip tray likes to splash back at me. So you get some little super hot water splashes, which is annoying because there's no way, I don't know, there's no way of really closing that without getting splashed unless you're using a glove or something, or a stick to remotely further away actuate that. Yeah, also the drip tray is ridiculously shallow. Okay, wait, actually, what's with this? Come on. It's like, pay so much for a fancy machine. So, anyway, that's a little annoying thing. Also, the drip tray is super shallow. My old machine, lower end machine, was a lot deeper. There is so much space under here that they could have used. This is with the shorter feet on there too, so I mean, they had more space, especially with the taller feet on. They could have went way down below, but it doesn't. So that's annoying. Also, this doesn't need to be turned all the way. If it's not turned all the way, it will be on an angle, no big deal. But I do find there are machines that have kind of like video game joystick style things where you just touch it up or down and it will activate the steam, which would be better. I kind of got used to it now, having to turn it quick when I want to stop steaming. It steams so fast that you gotta be ready to turn it off when your milk is done. As soon as I realize the pitcher is getting hot, then it's like, it's done. Because it happens so fast. It's like 10-15 seconds max for just a small amount. I think 4 ounces of milk is what I use for a cappuccino. So yeah, it's super fast. Also, because the drip tray is so shallow, you'll see lots of splashes. So if you want to keep it clean, you gotta clean that often. Other than that, it's pretty good. It steams super fast, like I said. Haven't noticed too much variation in brew temperature as far as I could tell. I think it's I think it's too stable, if anything. Like, it's hard to I don't know if you need the cooling flush, and then I don't know, it's hard to tell how much cooling flush to do if you do need it. And I'm not sure if changing the PID really changes the brew temperature, but I don't have a way of accurately testing it to make sure. But from basically having a preheated cup and then measuring the water temperature in the cup coming directly out of the brew head, I couldn't really get much of a variation. In fact, when I turned the temperature down, sometimes I'd get a hotter temperature in the cup. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just my flawed measuring technique. Put in this ECM or IMS basket, actually. The thing with these is that it has less of a ridge, so it's harder to get out. There's a little bit of a ridge. So just keep that in mind. I think the stock shower screen was fine. It does have more of a screen on it where particles of coffee can get caught, so this is easier to wipe off after use. So that's a benefit of getting one of those upgraded screens. there's a really fine mesh over these holes, but I think the shower distribution, like the way the water came out, was fine on the original. I'm not seeing too much of a difference with this one. So up to you if you all want to get one of those. Yeah, I think it's a good machine. Oh, the other thing I remembered that I was going to mention, accessing the water, because I have counters up top, so to refill the water, it's kind of a pain in the butt compared to my old machine that just had a side loading water thing. This one needs to be at the top, so I have to slide the whole machine open over to the side, and yeah, and then take off the top and make sure I have room to pour in water from something. So yeah, and there's rubber feet, so it makes it kind of awkward to slide. I know I could get some something to put on the feet so it slides better. The rubber is a nice touch, actually. If I wasn't going to move my machine back and forth, yeah, it's nice to have rubber feet instead of just metal, which it would be otherwise. So I'm not complaining that there's rubber on it, but it does make it harder to move because it's grippy. That's yeah. So other than that, I think it's all good. Oh, so it is, I don't know, some people say that their steam wand is burn free and doesn't burn you, but mine gets hot after, maybe not after 10 seconds, which is my typical steaming time, but if I steamed a larger amount of milk, then yeah, it would get hot. I noticed it does heat up, but luckily it's so quick that it barely heats up, so no issue there, except if I accidentally touch this guy while steaming, which has happened, but something to be aware of. Also, this color, this light is kind of ugly. It looks like it's green, but it's more like a yellow. Someone said theirs is different, so who knows. I've seen someone else who has the same model machine, but theirs came with plastic things on their knobs, and those ones somehow, for some reason, the one with the protective things that you could touch it, those ones are burn-free knobs, or wands. So I think that is kind of weird. They got it backwards. Alright. Sorry about this bad song. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, also, one more thing. Similar to the drip tray, and it's not being so stable. Sorry about this stupid song. Did I say that? This thing vibrates sometimes when the pump's on. It's not exactly it doesn't have to be a good seal, but it does vibrate metal on metal, so it makes a annoying sound sometimes if I don't have a cup on top. So I found my solution is to have some weight on there, and that helps. Alright, I think that's it.